Interest rates are at a 30-year high, yet LA home prices are holding steady. What's going on? That's exactly what you're going to learn about in today's October real estate market update video. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Los Angeles. My name is ra-sontheus, your Los Angeles real estate agent. My passion is helping folks just like you learn everything you need to know about moving to the awesome city of LA. So if you're interested in moving to Los Angeles, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that every week when I release a new video, you will be notified. Now, if you're thinking about buying or selling here in the Los Angeles real estate market and you want to come up with a plan, then I highly recommend that you schedule a consultation with me. We'll hop on that Zoom call. We'll go over your unique situation and I'll help you put together a game plan that'll help you achieve your real estate goals here in the city of Los Angeles. All of my contact information is in the description below, or you could just scan the QR code right over here. Now, I am excited to dive into this month's numbers. Like I said, we are at record high interest rates all across the world right now. Yet here in the Los Angeles real estate market, prices are for the most part remaining the same. They aren't necessarily declining like we're seeing in other parts of the United States and other parts of the world for that matter. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Now, in this market update, we will be discussing three different types of markets. We'll be starting off with the single family home market. Then we'll be talking about the condominium market, and then we'll end this video talking about the rental market for all of you guys that are interested in moving to LA and renting a place. So let's dive right into it. Now, as you may or may not know, Los Angeles is a huge city and it's made up of over 200 individual neighborhoods. Obviously, I can't cover all 200 neighborhoods on this video, so I'll be covering 5 cities. I'll be talking about the city of Santa Monica, the city of Culver City, the city of West Hollywood, the city of Inglewood, and the city of Hancock Park. We'll be covering those cities so that we can get a general idea of what's going on here in the city of Los Angeles. Now, if you have interest in a different part of LA, then you can always feel free to reach out to me in the comments below and we can schedule a call and we can talk about that particular neighborhood on a one-on-one basis. Now let's get into it. So as we dive into our graph here, we're going to start off talking about single family homes. And I like to start off talking about the average sales price. That's a good metric to track on a monthly basis. So if we come over here, just looking at this line graph over here, you can see over the last 3 months, for the most part, like right here, the city of Inglewood, which is in green here, has been for the most part flat. You can see Culver City here has had some slight increases over the past 2 months. You can see West Hollywood came down last month and then came back up. Hancock Park actually declined over last month, and so did Santa Monica. So let's dive in and see exactly where we're at. So as we see the numbers here for the month of September, we can see that Santa Monica has an average sales price of $4,081,000. You can see that Culver City is right at the $1.9 million mark, almost $2 million. It's at $1,977,000. West Hollywood is at $2,532,000 for the average sales price in that city. Inglewood is sitting right at $821,000, and Hancock Park is right at $1,974,000 for the average sales price. And like I said, only cities that had a decline last month in September were Santa Monica and Hancock Park. Santa Monica last month was sitting at $5.1 million, $5,144,000 was the average sales price in Santa Monica last month. And in Hancock Park last month, we had $3.1 million was the average sales price. So those are the only 2 cities out of the 5 cities we're discussing today that even had a decline. Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is actually how many homes were for sale in these particular neighborhoods. So as we come over here, we can see in the city of Santa Monica, we had 98 homes that were for sale. In Culver City, we had 81 homes that were for sale. In West Hollywood, we had 55 homes for sale. Inglewood had 38 homes for sale, and Hancock Park had 82 homes for sale. Now, out of all those homes that were actually for sale in the month of September, let's see how many of them actually closed escrow. So as we come over here, Santa Monica had 18 homes that actually sold in the city. Culver City had 16 homes that sold. West Hollywood had 11 single family homes that sold. Inglewood had 7 single family homes that sold. And Hancock Park had 9 single family homes that actually closed escrow. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be the days on market. Now, days on market is really important, especially if you're someone that's considering selling your home, because when you're going through the process of putting your home on the market, you want to understand how long it's going to sit on the market before you most likely are going to get an offer, which will help you better plan. Let's just say you know that you need to sell your home within the next 4 months. Then by understanding this metric here, you'll know exactly when you need to go ahead, reach out to your realtor and start getting the ball rolling so that you can achieve your goal of 4 months. So right here, as we come over here, we can see that, and you can just generally, before we dive into the numbers here, you can see that all 5 cities have a declining days on market. You have to understand, days on market, if you have a low days on market, that means that the inventory is moving pretty quickly. When you have a higher days on market, that means that the inventory, the homes are sitting on the market for a little bit longer. So lower days on market means that you have a more healthy, or I would say a more liquid real estate market. The lower your days on market, right? The easier it is to get your home sold quickly. So as we dive into the numbers, or actually as we just look at the graphs here, we can see that since the month of August, since last month, we've had all 5 cities have a declining days on market. So that means that we have a very liquid real estate market right now here in Los Angeles, and things are actually moving fast. And the reason why is because we don't have a lot of inventory, which we'll talk about next. So let's go dive on the numbers here. In the city of Santa Monica, we have an average days on market of 31 days. In Culver City, we have an average days on market of 28 days. West Hollywood has the highest number. It has a days on market of about 51 days. Inglewood has an average days on market of about 37 days. And Hancock Park is looking at about 25 days, average days on market. So the next metric I like to talk about after we talk about days on market is going to be the monthly supply. The reason why monthly supply is so important is because monthly supply really lets us know if we're in a seller's market or if we're in a buyer's market. So it's said that the market is at equilibrium if we have between 5 to 6 months of inventory. That means that if you take all the homes that are on the market and we were to sell them based on the average days on market, how far forward can we go before we would run out of homes to sell, right? So that is your inventory supply. So when you're looking at inventory supply, what you want to understand is that it's going to let you know if you're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. So anything that's above 6 months of inventory supply means that we are in a buyer's market, right? That means that buyers are going to be in control because there's so much inventory and there's not as many buyers that are on the market. Now, anything that is less than let's just say 5 months or 4 months of inventory supply shows that we are still in a seller's market, and sellers are pretty much in control of that market just because of the fact there's not a lot of inventory, and so they can dictate the way the transaction is going to go a little bit more than the buyers can. So let's take a look and see where we're at based on the month of September. So as you can see, every single city on here is under 5 months, right? So Santa Monica is right at about 4 months, so it's almost at equilibrium. Culver City's also at 4 months, almost at equilibrium, but not quite, still definitely in a seller's market. West Hollywood is right at 5 months inventory supply, so that lets us know that West Hollywood is right at equilibrium. There's about as much inventory on the market as there probably are buyers on the market. Now you have to understand, if you look back right here, you can see that just a few months ago, West Hollywood was at 18 months inventory supply. So that lets us know 2 things. Either those homes sold, and I've been following the numbers, they haven't sold at that rate. So a lot of actual sellers that were trying to sell about 2 months back actually took their homes off the market. So that's why we're seeing the difference in the numbers in West Hollywood. Let's go back to where we were in September. Inglewood has an average inventory supply of 3 months, and Hancock Park is right at 4 months. So just generally looking at these numbers right here for single family homes here in the city of Los Angeles, we are still pretty much in a seller's market. We haven't necessarily crossed into equilibrium, and we definitely haven't crossed into a buyer's market. You know, a lot of people are out here predicting a real estate crash and things like that. You know, Los Angeles is a very unique market because of the fact that this is a highly coveted place to live. A lot of people want to move here. Over 60,000 people a month are moving to the city of Los Angeles. So our numbers are going to be very different from other cities that you see across the US and across the world. But as you can see here in the city of Los Angeles, we are not really facing this real estate crash that we're talking about. From what I've seen, I sell a lot of single family homes, and you know, over the past month, the transactions that I were involved in were still somewhat competitive. They weren't as competitive as they were a couple of years ago, but still very competitive. On every single offer I wrote last month, I wrote 4 offers last month. I still received a multiple counter offer from each seller. That means that there were multiple people writing offers on each one of those homes. So that lets me know that things are still competitive, things are still in a seller's market, and we're not seeing these crashes that a lot of people are trying to predict. And like I said, maybe that will take place in other parts of the country, and here in Los Angeles, we will be, you know, have a little bit of protection from things like that just because we have such low inventory, and this is a highly coveted place that a lot of people do want to live. So that's pretty much single family homes. Now let's dive into the condo market. All right, guys. So as we come over here, let's start off once again talking about the average sales price for condos here in the city of Los Angeles. So as we come over here and look at the September numbers, you can see that in Santa Monica, the average price of a condo was $1.3 million. You can see in Culver City, the average price for a condo was $811,000. West Hollywood has an average condo price right at $1 million. Inglewood has an average condo price of $464,000. So Inglewood is really one of the last low price points or, really affordable places that you can be here in the city of LA. Inglewood is such an amazing city. They've had so much economic development over the last couple of years. As a lot of you know, we recently had a Super Bowl the year before last. We have the new SoFi Stadium, and there's just a lot going on there. So it's really awesome that you could pick up, on average, a condo in Inglewood for $464,000. Now, Hancock Park has an average condo price of about $839,000. So now that we talked about average price, let's go talk about how many homes were actually on the market in each city. So as we come over here, we can look and see that Santa Monica had 136 condos actually on the market for the month of September. Culver City had 35 condos. West Hollywood had 158 condos that were up for sale in the month of September. Inglewood had 44 condos that were on the market, and Hancock Park had 48 condos that were on the market. Now, out of all those condos that were for sale in each part of each city that we talked about, let's see how many actually closed escrow. Okay. So as we come over here, we look at the number in the city of Santa Monica, we had 29 condos actually close escrow. In the city of Culver City, we had 6 condos close escrow. In West Hollywood, we had 26 condos close escrow. In Inglewood, we had 7 condos close escrow. And in Hancock Park, we had 6 condos close escrow. So we still have quite a bit of condo inventory on the market for the month of October. Now let's talk about the days on market. So days on market for condos is going to be in Santa Monica. We had an average days on market of about 26 days. In Culver City, we had 22 days on the market. In West Hollywood, we had an average day on market of 44 days. In Inglewood, we had an average day on market of about 38 days. And in Hancock Park, we had an average day on the market of 70 days for condominium sales in the month of September. So there you have it. Now let's talk about the monthly supply. Remember, we talked about monthly supply is important. It lets us know if we're in a buyer or a seller market. So let's go look at the numbers for September. All right, so in Santa Monica, we had just about the same thing we had for single family homes in Santa Monica. We have about 5 months of inventory supply. So that's right at equilibrium for condos. In Culver City, we had 3 months supply. So that shows that we're still more of in a seller's market in Culver City. In West Hollywood, we also had 5 months of inventory supply for condos. So that's an equilibrium market, equalized market. In Inglewood, we had 5 months as well, also an equalized market. And in Hancock Park, we had 7 months. Now, that is an example of, for the condo market, of a buyer's market. So that means that we have so many condos for sale. We have an oversupply of what would be an equalized market. And so right now would be, if you're a buyer and you're considering buying a condo in Hancock Park, then you will probably be able to negotiate and just conduct the transaction in a way that's a little bit more favorable for you as the buyer. All right. So that is what's going on with condominiums here in the city of Los Angeles. Now let's talk about rentals. Let's talk about all the different places that you can rent here in the city of Los Angeles. And so as I pull up the market data here, let's come over to the average sales price. And right here, you can see for average sales price for rentals, let's see, in the city of Santa Monica, the average rental in Santa Monica is right at $7,000 a month, $6,976 a month. In Culver City, we have an average rental price of $4,893 per month. In West Hollywood, you're going to be looking at about $6,500 a month for rent on average. In the city of Inglewood, you're looking at about $3,500 a month for rent. And in the city of Hancock Park, you're looking at about $4,000 a month for rent on average. All right. So now let's talk about how many places actually were on the market in each city. So let's go look at that for the month of September. In Santa Monica, we had 396 units that were available for lease. In Culver City, we had 88 units that were available. In West Hollywood, we had 454 units that were available for lease. And Inglewood, we had about 49 units that were available for lease. And in Hancock Park, we had 134 units that were available for lease. Now let's see how many of those actually were leased out during the month of September. So in the month of September in Santa Monica, we had 71 of those units actually were leased out. In Culver City, we had 24 of those units were leased out. West Hollywood, we had 70 units that were leased out. And in Inglewood, we had 12. And in Hancock Park, we had 29. So that's what's going on with the rental market here in the city of Los Angeles. All right, guys, so we've covered all the numbers for the single family homes, we've covered condos, and we covered the rental market. If you have any particular questions about anything that we talked about in this video, or maybe something I didn't talk about, I only covered 5 cities. Like I said, there's over 200 neighborhoods here in the city of Los Angeles. I would love to connect with you so I can help you make your move a reality. Feel free to call, text, or email me, or feel free to just scan the QR code right over here. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you're interested in selling your property in Los Angeles, then also feel free to reach out to me. I will help you come up with a comprehensive plan so we can get you the absolute most money for your home in this market that we're in right now. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this month's market update. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next videos. Bye-bye.